Folks, what's going on? Welcome back. HeirofCarthage here, and Miao Ying is going to continue her legendary attempt to take on immortal empires. And so, at the moment, guess who's back? That's right. Our boy Lokhir is back for seconds. Fortunately, he still doesn't have a dragon. He does have a little bit of a ward save, though. So we'll have to keep an eye on him. I do have a rather large army nearby. I'm going to put it into an ambush stance. We'll see whether or not I'm able to pick up any opportunity to take him out, but I somewhat doubt it. We've got a new caravan ready to set out and go make us some more cash. So I'm going to select our next destination. Look, we have a couple of opportunities. That one's a journey time of 6. Let's go ahead and take that. So we're going to dispatch. So our caravan's underway. We're still making pretty good money. We have a second army, which is considerably less powerful than our first army. But it's a second army, and we need it. So it's good to have regardless. I'm going to go ahead and put some better units into it. Like, I'm not going to stack this one with amazing units, but I'm going to put at least a couple of decent units in it. Try and make it a little more deadly. Minimal increase to my upkeep cost here. We really need to lure Lokhir out of Wei Jin so that we can attack and destroy it. And the sooner the better, because I'm sure that Chaos is ever building forces outside the gate. Someone made a pretty hilarious comment. It's like Air is constantly worrying about what's beyond the fog of war in the gate. That's pretty true. I am worried about it a great deal, in fact. Let's see, these guys want military access. That should be fine, because they're probably at war with most of the same people as me. I'd love to confederate that faction so I could control the Great Bastion, but that's not going to happen. Like, I find that confederations in this game come when the other faction's just so incredibly weak they can't possibly fend for themselves, or it comes only, like out of desperation or some other thing. Unfortunately, it seems very hard to pick up confederations most of the time, which is a little bit unfortunate in my opinion. Let's go ahead.
And honor your ancestors.
I'm gonna take out a couple of these units.
I expect loyalty, efficiency, and
there we go. That ought to be okay right there. That'll increase my upkeep cost a fair bit. But that'll give me a competent second army. At least against lighter targets, especially if they get the benefit of some kind of garrison to help them fight. So we'll see what happens there. Melee defense when defending, we'll go ahead and do that as well. Melee defense and melee attack can go a long way, especially in a situation where, we're at a disadvantage with it. I'm going to move into an ambush stance right here. Again, maybe just see if we can get lucky and catch Lokhir. In the meantime, I have settlements that are building up. This is good news for me. We can build those settlements, we can improve our defenses, we can hopefully improve our income. See, brother wants to talk. He wants a defensive alliance. I welcome this. He's very weak right now, though, which is unfortunate. Yeah, that kind of stinks, honestly. But we'll give him the alliance. We might want to go ahead and use our second army to go assist him. If we could keep him alive and let him grow, he can help protect some of our flanks. Normally, he takes off pretty quickly, but obviously in this legendary one, they're not looking to make things easy for us, so dear brother is having a bit of a challenge at the moment. Ooh, we can add a noble to the army. Absolutely. Our ambush was foiled as the Storm Dragon. I'm not sure exactly who caught us there. But we're going to go ahead and re-enter that ambush stance. These beastmen are not at war with Lokhir, and nor are they at war with me, so they're just kind of oddly standing there waiting for an opportunity. Village does look like he's coming back for the Turtle Gate.
The Emperor's chosen daughter. Good.
I think he can attack the Turtle Gate right away. It would be hard for me to defend it.
The majestic defender.
Let's see what I can do here. We take attrition if we hide outside the Turtle Gate. I'm just gonna hang there for a minute. We'll back off of Lokhir for a turn, see if we can lure him out of the settlement. I could bring the reinforcing army over to help me fight him. That is one possibility that we might be able to pull off. Let's go ahead and build a defense here. And improve trade probably makes sense. I don't know, I better hang on to some of my money just in case, because we don't want to get too low. And we're about to pay a little more upkeep cost still before we finally stabilize there. Let's go ahead and end this turn. We need that caravan to bring home some bacon, and honestly we need to keep fighting battles. Battles are earning us a lot of money. They're a pretty critical source of income. So it'd be good if we could either kill Village or get a hold of Lokhir, either one. I'd be happy to collect on either bounty.
Wisdom or strength?
Non-aggression pact, yes please. Alright, so we're befriending some others in Cathay. It's good news. One of the Beastmen armies moved over and started raiding me. We can drop a little cargo and pick up more relations with the ogres. We could just kill their army, which honestly at this point would probably be pretty easy. And I'm not absolutely dying for that income. Let's go ahead and take the better relations with the Eyebiters. It's not a huge price to pay. Minute Rebellion, so it looks like our ambush was spotted, so that drove old Village back. I'm gonna move up again. Lokhir's just sitting in his fortress, probably building another army just because he can. And then we're one turn away from having this army somewhat finalized. Yeah, brother needs some help here.
I'm the Overtyrant. That means I'm in charge here.
War with the Dissenter Lords. We'd be better off to not fight this guy at the moment. Let's balance that offer.
You could thank me.
Okay, so we'll try and keep things friendly with Greasus. And then, what we got here going on with the other factions? Jade Custodians would like a trade agreement and military access. Let's balance that offer. They're going to hand us some cash for it. That's handy. Okay, and then who else is...
In the name of the Dragon Emperor,
trade agreement maybe?
I bid you welcome.
Yeah, sure, let's do this propose offer. There we go. We've got some of these factions coming around to us.
Gaze upon the glory.
Not all, but many. Alright, so it's a good start. Well, that'll build us up just a little bit of extra income.
Shaper of the Eight Winds.
Alright, this army is almost ready. We can make Nanli a walled settlement. Which would honestly be pretty good. We're starting to get a decent defense at many of our settlements. Still no movement from Lokhir, at least yet. We'll have to see what he does on this turn end. Let's go ahead and build that defense at Nanli, because that army is about to leave there. We're going to have a rebellion at Pomei. That's okay, we can let it build a little and we can go kill it if we need to. I'd still like to see if we can catch Lokhir out in the open here. That rebellion could be coming because of just pent-up dissenters, or also as a result of the raiding by the Beastmen here that may have driven it a little further. Very possible. But if we can't get Lokhir out of Wei Jin, this is going to be a frustrating situation, because the minute we leave that flank open, he'll come crushing through it. But obviously he's not wanting to play ball. I'm not going to let them destroy a unit of my Jade Lancers here, so I'm going to fight this battle. It'll give me a small amount of money. The auto-resolve is going to be kind to us, and I'm about to fight the Beastmen anyway, so I'll go ahead and auto-resolve. That was not kind. The auto-resolve was absolutely full of crap, so that's actually pretty frustrating. It said low casualties, and then it kills like half of all my infantry units. That's not low, so CA please. Ugh. The auto-resolves are all over the place. Just don't know what you're going to get there. I'm going to take out these raiding Beastmen. I don't have to put up with this. And that's Korgoth and the Briner, whatever these idiots are. Declare war. I'm going to get rid of them. They're probably running away from me. No, he's going to stand and fight, and I'm going to kill him. Alright, the battle's going to get underway. My Sky Junk is going to give me superior range. I thought I was going to have superior range. They've got a Cygor. They do have a Cygor, but I think I can convince them to do something. Alright, they've got other units up there. I just can't see them at the moment. They're all hidden. Right now, I might be able to bait some ammunition out of them, because they keep throwing rocks at my balloon. They've got double Cygor right now. I guess they don't consider the balloon to be a target that can dodge them easily, and apparently it can't. It just took a pretty bad rock hit right there. But, I mean, as long as I can bait some ammunition off these guys, I'm going to do it. As soon as I see him throw the rock, I'll try and hit the other direction. So we do have a bombardment ability. Alright, they're going to throw at my sorcerer. That's a really good target for them to switch to. For me, it's not a good one for them. See how we're already impacting the ammunition? There we go. That's what I was waiting for. I knew they had some units hidden up there. That's going to give my balloon the opportunity to put them under fire. I'll probably take a hit while I'm trying to cast this spell. I gotta be careful how far forward I bring the balloon. I'm gonna let it fire here. I'm actually gonna go ahead and start moving the balloon back a little now that I have some visibility. We took a hit from something there. I'd have to get within 100 meters. We might have taken a bow volley there, possibly. Alright, I'm just going to keep tormenting them from range here, because I can. Gotta heal off on both those units. They've got multiple units chasing me now. They probably want to shoot Miao Ying. I might give them an opportunity here, because I think I can make them pay for it, actually. Oof. They might make me pay for it first. There we go. Go ahead and move back a little bit more. Try and land another bombardment there. Okay, we had a miscast. Get us a little bit right there. They did a pretty good job dodging that, so pretty fair job for the AI at negating some of my magic. I'm gonna turn the balloon around and fire again. I'm keeping my heroes just close enough to range to where it's going to tempt the enemy archers to continue to come forward. And all we have to do is get them to come far enough forward to enter the range of our crossbows, and then this battle will swiftly be over with. So I do believe we are accomplishing what it is that we need to here. Go ahead and heal these two units before I transform. Comes the transformation, and balloon can head back to safety, and same here. I think we have the AI pretty well convinced to come after us. Yeah, they are now coming into crossbow range, so this battle will shortly be over. There we go. Yep, we got him in range. I am a little bit concerned about their Cygors just shooting the ever-loving crap out of me. So I might go ahead and fly Miao Ying. Once I let my crossbows get a piece of those archers, I think I'm going to go ahead and just go for those Cygors, because they're going to start causing massive damage to my infantry. They'll probably target my Celestial Dragon crossbows first. There's a nice looking blob right there. They're bombarded, in fact, actually right when they started moving. That's frustrating. Come on, bombardment, get there. Of course, just in time for them to move. It's like the world's slowest bombardment. Good gravy. It took like a 5-second wind-up and then like another 3 or 4 seconds to actually get down to the ground. They are targeting my Celestial Dragon crossbows. Not surprising. That's kind of thing the AI does. They go for the what they feel like is valuable, easy targets. Our swords will hold out fine. I am going to need to target down some of the Minotaurs, and Miao Ying is going toe-to-toe with one of the Cygors. It's keeping them busy, where at least I'm not going to have to deal with their rocks pummeling my army into the dirt. Let's bring our Jade Lancers across the back of the formation here. Alright, we got rid of the Minotaurs, so let's take our crossbow formation and go after Korgoth. And let's have our balloon, our sky jump, finish those guys up. Alright, Korgoth got smoked by my crossbow line. You can see him out here in a pool of blood because of being pierced by so many crossbow bolts. There's never enough crossbow bolts for these filthy beastmen, in my opinion. Now I just need to go help Miao Ying finish things. They might have the occasional the occasional bow unit come back from routing here, so I'm gonna leave these units here and just send my Lancers. Didn't quite use all my magic there like I should have. Miao Ying is taking a long time to kill these Cygors because they are tough units, but she is also tougher than them. And sending these reinforcements should help me get a quicker route. Yeah, because you can see their leadership is already challenged. So I will see if it is possible for me to kill these Cygors as they flee. It would be nice to not have them throw any more rocks at me in the next battle, but depends on how close they are to a line, how much damage I can do. They're pretty decent armor, I think. I can't remember for sure, so they're not going to be super easy to just paste with a Jade Lancer, but the Lancers will do some damage, and then I've got Miao Ying in there to help, so I think we will get rid of both Cygors. So this will be a good win. Oh, we can final transmutation on this too. If I can successfully click on it, there we go. That'll help get rid of it a lot quicker. Alright, there we go. That'll stop us from being raided. It should give us some much needed loot, and then I'm going to take some excess loot when we're done. So it gave us 1100, we're going to pick up near another 1100 there, so that's a nice couple of turns worth of loot there in terms of helping to stock up a little. It gives us an opportunity to attack them again. This is just going to give more skill points to Miao Ying. And if I auto-resolve, it probably is going to cheat me a little, unfortunately. That's the kind of things they do. Actually, it didn't really do anything this time, and I actually think I'll be able to replenish more than I lost. I don't think the extra 500 will make that big of a difference here. So we've knocked them out, and then we can continue to move over here, try and get to that other army, and then we'll also try and take out these rebels and gain some cash off of them. Chaos is outside of the Eastern Great Bastion here. Not exactly surprised. There is one of these buildings that... Which one of these threw some extra garrison? Unlocks recruitment. Iron Hail Gunners, no. So the only one that improves the garrison is these buildings. To 7 Jade Warriors, 5 Jade Warriors, 4 crossbows. So our garrison, I think, continues to build as we just build up to the next level, which we're going to go ahead and do. It's going to unfortunately tempt the AI to come and siege me, which I'm not exactly looking forward to. Defensive supplies, ammunition when under siege, attrition. Upkeep. Campaign line of sight. Probably do want to build that eventually. It'd be nice to have some recruiting buildings here as well that I don't have, but I mean, we're not going to use them here at the moment, so they certainly don't need to be top of mind here. It's one that gives us extra supplies, could be handy because you could have the towers and stuff, but I've learned not to really rely on towers too much. They're good, but they're not spectacular. Alright, so that extra money, we'll let it be infused and used in a good way. This army is ready to go give us some help. The center lords here, I might leave them to the ogres. I think the Skaven are probably the ones that are hurting Brother. He's built his army back up, though, because his strength rank has improved considerably. I've got a decent defense in this direction now because Nan Li's about to have walls. It's a little bit of a risk, but I think I'm going to start marching this army across here, and it might be enough to help me get over the top against Lokhir. And then we could use it to clean up other stuff. Like, so for instance, it makes me wonder, I'm going to go look for Skaven Corruption. There is no Skaven Corruption here, so it leads me to believe that these settlements have just been raised. However, these 3 settlements are likely controlled by Skaven. Possibly this one as well. So we don't want to let the Skaven get out of control. They're pretty much out of control from step 1, so let's see. I've been spending all my points improving Miao Ying's ability to carry a larger army. Let's take a look at some of her specific skill tree. Construction cost reduction for Great Bastion, that'd be helpful. Master of Storms is going to give, a big reduction of magic costs for the life spells. Melee defense when fighting Norska warriors, demons, that could be pretty darn handy. It also gives us a little bit of ward save. Range for missile units would be quite nice. Reload time reduction would also be very nice. And this Aura of Majesty is pretty good too. Now, she has some spells that I would like to get to as well. Missile Mirror could be a fun one. But it's Talons of the Night eventually that we want to get to, and that's not going to come easily. So I think what we're going to do is do Aura of Majesty, and then I'm going to try and do Imposing Range and Persistent Fire. Both of these. Probably Persistent Fire, then Imposing Range. That should help us start to have OP crossbows. And we definitely want OP crossbows, because, we're just going to be relying on ranged for a lot of our damage potential. And so having more effective ranged units is just going to be better for us, period.
Is not undeserved.
Alright, we've got that going. Let's start the Dragon Emperor's Wrath again, I believe. Alright. And our Caravan Master levels up, so we cannot make ourselves any less prone to ambush at the moment. Cost of a caravan shortcut. Maximum cargo capacity increase, so let's do that.
A tool of great
We're taking some attrition where he's walking right now, so our army's pretty weak right now. This is definitely at risk. It looks like we can build a outpost, but I'm not going to do that at just this moment, because that's not a huge concern of mine. Maybe if our caravan lands us some money, we'll do it. I just don't really want to give you military access right now. So, no, thank you. I may end up regretting that, but I don't really want ogres roaming my lands at the moment. I don't know, maybe it could be handy. Is it possible for us to make really big friends with the big guts and have them help us fight off chaos? That'd be pretty spectacular. Get an alliance with them and start recruiting them. I guess you can get them as mercenaries as well. It's just a little more limited than maybe what you can get from a good outpost. Oh, we found an ambusher. So, yeah, oh my gosh. Deathmaster Snitch has some huge armies facing off against Dear Brother. He could certainly use our help, but if the Deathmaster has 2 armies getting ready to... Oh, Lokhir came out after us as well. Okay, good, good. I say good. Hopefully we can make it something good. We're going to get these rebels here. Rebel Scum actually have a few decent units. Man, I'd like to really believe this, but they do have crane gunners too, and that could hurt. Let's go ahead and auto-resolve. Hope that we don't get screwed. We got screwed. Oh, Heir, when are you going to learn your lesson? Instead of hoping you don't get screwed, you should take the option where you don't get screwed and fight it yourself.
Acceptable.
I am going to move down here with Miao Ying. Enter an ambush stance. And then I'm going to move this army up and enter another ambush stance. I figured he was getting 2 armies ready, and he did. He'll probably split these armies. This one's terrible. We can kill that. This one looks like a lot of the same. It's no guarantee that it is, but it looks to be quite similar. So we'll do what we can. Brother, win that fight, okay? Win it for me. Right, drill training. Defensive formation. Extra leadership when defending. Melee defense for peasant long spears. I mean, that's extra melee defense that we could certainly use. Income from cities plus 10%. I mean, that's not a huge gain, but all these things are helpful. Let's go ahead and keep taking it. And then let's end another turn and see what happens. We're going to go with reload time reduction. That should put a significant... Oh yeah, we're getting some significant damage. Look at that, 40 on the Celestial Dragon crossbows. And I haven't even done any unit upgrading on these guys yet, so I would imagine we're going to get significantly more damage on those units as we continue to push it. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to go ahead and increase Searing Doom so that the Overcast doesn't cost me as much. We're going to continue to skip the outpost for now. Let's see what happens this next turn. I'm obviously trying to use Pomei and the Bastion, as a little bit of bait to help lure Lokhir's armies closer and get them involved. If we can get them involved away from their support, obviously the hope is we pounce on them, destroy them, and then push against Wei Jin with both of our armies and seize it. And if we can get the Eternal City, that would be huge because it is a very large city. This is great. He's going to pay us for a non-aggression pact. The Eternal City will give us some pretty nice power potential. Did they siege Turtle Gate and the other? Eeh. We're going to have to take the long way here. I don't want to fight any more ambushers right now. Settlement besieged. No, okay, so Chaos did siege the gate. They're pretty damaged. It's still not going to let me win, though, so we're going to have to go get rid of that siege. I'm not sure they'll win, though, if they come after me inside the gate. And then this should give me an opportunity to beat down at least one of the armies that was sent. The other one could be in hiding. We don't have 100% certainty at the moment.
Wherever Cathay needs me.
Move this army up. I'm not interested in Gotrek and Felix right now. I mean, I would love to have them in a fight at the moment, but...
Wrath of the Dragon.
So, Girathon is screwed. They're probably going to run. And I don't know if I can catch them because I walked from so far away.
Natural authority.
I can, it looks like.
Celestial ancestors. My ancestors require it.
Yeah, we can catch them.
It is my
I'm
calling.
gonna push up closer. I can catch them with both armies, in fact. So we can put this Dark Elf army to utter destruction. We get to see our tigers, too, so let's have some fun here. Alright, folks. My army is gonna open fire immediately because my Sky Junk is within range. This will force the Druchi forward. They're moving through a choke point. I should have been ready to Searing Doom all over them. As they're moving through that choke point. Come on, come on, come on. Get in range. Get in range. That's going to push them, at the very least, it'll push them out of formation and disrupt their advance. So it'll be effective for us one way or the other, because they can't afford to sit around and be shot like this. My Sky Junk is already taking a big toll. My reinforcements are on the way. They'll be here in 25 seconds. And I'm going to bring my War Tigers in and get ready to come help roll through the crossbows. There's a couple of Dread Spears coming from that other angle. Alright, my crossbows are in range. All of them are using the enhanced damage. And remember, they're under the yin and yang effects, which means that their damage is greatly enhanced. So we're going to be causing tremendous damage, despite the fact that the enemy has pretty good... Yeah, see, I'm almost using that just to disrupt them and keep them in firing range. See that? How I've forced them to retreat. I don't get the damage done with the spell, but it gives my crossbows like 2 or 3 extra shots, which is ultimately far more damaging than the spell itself. Alright, my infantry is rolling forward.
Warriors! Wind and fire!
Okay, group 1, crossbows, keep going for their crossbows. And then I've got my war tigers. I'm gonna roll them over this way along with my cavalry. And then my reinforcements have arrived. I'll start moving that infantry this way, as well as some support for them. Okay, good stuff. Alright, Miao Ying's getting a little bit cooked by these crossbows back here. It's not ideal, but I have a fix on the way.
Lancers! Restore order!
She won't be getting hit for much longer. She got berserked. Those are witch elves, so that is actually really bad for me. Let's take a look at these war tigers. Here's the first unit of them, looking pretty awesome. This is from, someone asked me about this. This mod is called Dead's Cathay Unit Pack. It adds like Nangao rifles, some dragon breath gunners, these war tigers. It's nothing insane or obscene. They're just some cool flavor units that get added for Cathay. So that's why I added it, because it wasn't going to make the campaign substantially easier for me or anything of that sort, but it was going to make things quite fun. It looks like the enemy Dreadlord is being shredded by my troops, and that's totally fine.
Bringing harmony.
Attack these dread spears.
Crossbowmen.
Alright, there we go.
Dragon's ass.
Alright, so the Tigers were hungry, they got to eat. It's going to be a solid win for us here. It wasn't absolutely beautiful, but we got the job done just fine. Alright, good victory for us. Let's see how much loot we take home. Should be a fair bit, 1,100. We can take home another roughly 1,100. We did lose a Jade Warrior, really? Must not have seen that. They got hit on a flank pretty hard or something and got killed. That sucks. I think I can re-recruit one pretty quickly. Or we could just snag one from this army.
Dragon-blooded Shogungan.
Try and...
Lord of Yin and Yang.
I can't get them over there. Can I recruit one on this turn? I can. Okay. So we'll recruit one, and then
Master of
we're still under siege by Chaos. Hopefully they don't attack us on this turn, and if they do, I think we can beat them back. But there we go. Another victory over Lokhir Fellheart. That's going to be pretty important. Nanli's only a couple of turns away from being defensible. We're using this to try and improve control, yet we're still falling behind in terms of control, which is certainly not ideal. And then Pomei just had its rebellion. It's kind of calming down, at least a little bit at the moment. I'm going to improve some of our buildings here with the cash we just picked up. And that way we're kind of always reinvesting. We are now ready to get the improved range on our bows. So that is a big win. We're now up to almost 180 range on our standard crossbows and the same on the Celestial Dragon crossbows. And what I'm looking forward to is you all saw how obscene their damage was already. I am going to eventually do this Sure Aim, which will give us an additional 10% range. And that probably plays off of the base. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know that they stack on top of each other. Maybe they do. And it's going to give us an extra 9% missile strength. I don't know why they didn't just make that 10%, but whatever it is. And then we'll do one more upgrade on top of that. So we should get our crossbows up to just ridiculously powerful levels, and they're going to be causing most of the damage in our battles into the late game. Eventually we'll incorporate some artillery as well. That will absolutely be important as we go further. I'm going to do the Reassuring Presence here. Okay, that's going to be it for this episode. Do hope you all enjoyed it. I am going to end my turn just to get the game to save because it's on Legendary. I will see you all on the other side of this turn in the next episode. HeirofCarthage, signing out.